Hey buddy, it's Invicta. It's time to run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes over the weekend. Thank you very much for making it possible. Now only 12 away from Alt Path Week and All Pills Week. Here's your meme of the day / update picture of the day. We asked for it, and she delivered. This one coming in again from Amelka 9000 on the Invicta subreddit. Update on the Sakyent tattoo. Again, I'm probably still not saying that correctly. She said, anyone's curious what the tattoo turned out like. Thanks, Invicta, for keeping me sane through it all with a grinning emoji. And it looks awesome. It looks freaking awesome. Like, it's almost as if it was done on paper. Awesome. Like, the fact that a tattoo artist can do that on skin is just incredible. So as someone who has multiple tattoos, I can tell you that is pretty BA. So thank you very much, Amelka, and everyone who upvoted that one on the Invicta subreddit. Juliet Sierra Yankee Echo 8 Aj. Well, we got Little Loki, which and Curse the Maze as well. But at least we're starting with Red Candle. It's going to help us out get through this the early game woes here, because our tears rate is 1.93. We are only very slightly able to outpace Little Loki's tears rate. So yeah, 3.33 damage is slightly below average, but would usually be tolerable, except that, you know, again, if you start with a tears rate that's under 2, yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of Little Loki. Again, controlling your outgoing damage, yada yada yada. I don't like a familiar that fires in more than one direction, especially behind me. That's the biggest thing that I don't like. That's Trite was trying to super jump us. You know, and another thing that Little Loki, at least one thing I can say that's nice about Little Loki is that at least you can control when he fires. You know, it's not random. It's not automatic. It's just you fire, he fires. That's it. And that's at least he's got that going for you. You know, and there's been several revelations over the weekend for people who are like they're having a Invicta moment, and then it clicks in their head like, okay. This is why Invicta doesn't like this now. I get it now. And that has to do with, drumroll please. That's not how drumroll sounds. But one of the items that is centered around lately, the most recent one anyway, has been broken modem. We had a broken modem run a couple of days ago, and some people, not everybody, but some people have finally come over to the side of good, and they realize how crap that item is. If you're not convinced, go back and look at that Isaac fight. Remember when I was like, what the heck hit me? I don't even know anymore. Remember when I was saying that? Yeah, that was a shot that was frozen by broken modem, and it did not remove it from the field of battle, and I backed into it next to the wall. That right there is all you need to know when it comes to items that I do not like, and it's just pure BS. So I am happy that I've been vindicated in the eyes of some, not all. But eventually people will come around to see that, yeah, there's a rhyme to the reason. You know, broken modem's one. I don't like, and controlling your outgoing damage is another one. That's a big one that people are still slowly but surely coming around to and understanding, like, hey, yeah, this is not good. All it takes is that the first time that you die, that first time you lose your Eternal Heart, first time you lose a Devil Deal to an errant shot that was not under your control, then you'll know. Pills are another one that people are again slowly but surely coming around towards. I'm not trying to influence that much, but you know, it is true, and I do get a certain satisfaction whenever people are like, I get it now. Not quite done yet with this floor. We can, if we really wanted to, we can go into the curse room. It's gonna cost. I mean, we're gonna go down to basically 1.5 hearts before the Eternal Heart, which is, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm not convinced that we're gonna get anything good out of there. Back-to-back range upgrades and a luck upgrade. Yeehaw. Going to last week's question of the episode, coming in from CDurg295, who said, question of the episode, hi, Sinvicta. I don't know if this has been asked before. Would you ever consider doing a Flash Isaac week? Maybe playing it on a random day. Sorry if this has been asked before. Or if you've done it already, I just don't know. Love your videos. No. The easy answer is no. I absolutely detest the way that Flash Isaac plays now. The Eternal Edition completely ruined the game, and it is just not fun at all. There was a time, though, a long time ago, many years ago, where I was attempting to run the Flash Isaac series in tandem with the Rebirth series, and after Eternal Edition came out, I immediately said no. This is not fun, and it is just not an enjoyable experience for anyone to watch or play. So, and I didn't want to give any more attention to the Eternal Edition, so I just said screw it. I'm never playing this again. I have on occasion played Flash Isaac as a like streak goal. We've done that before. We've done that for sub goals as well on Twitch. But I would never say never, but I straight up would almost never do an entire theme week based solely around Flash Isaac at this point. If there was a better way to undo the Eternal Edition, I would maybe consider a day. But it certainly wouldn't be something that would be a permanent fixture on the channel. It's that bad. Like you can ask. You don't have to take my word for it. Take anyone else's word who's played the Eternal Edition, and they'll tell you that yeah, it is doo doo. And if you don't know what they did to the Eternal Edition, essentially what Tyrone did was he decided that there needed to be just an update. A random, seemingly almost random update to Flash Isaac, and it was going to incorporate and borrow a lot of things that were introduced in Repentance or in Afterbirth from Rebirth, and try to insert it back into a nearly 8-year-old game at this point. And it didn't work. It did not translate well, especially to the frame rate and the controls of base Isaac. It ramped up the difficulty to insane values. Enemies were stronger. Enemies took way more health, way more damage. The amount of damage that Isaac had gotten from items and stuff was very few and far between at this point. So you were lucky if you beat Isaac on the Eternal Edition. You were lucky that you were able to get there. Like. They put in a lot of the super bosses. I mean, it was bad. Long story short, no. I thank you for the question, but no, I wouldn't do a weekly series on vanilla Isaac again. Probably never. It's about as close to never as you can get. Without saying it. Yeah. See, you're seeing right now this jostling coming in from Little Gemini's, coming in not from our shots, but it's coming in from the Loki shots. Now we get back-to-back tiers upgrade, which does help, and that is certainly a devil deal. Well, we have to take missing pages because I don't want to get stuck with not having a devil deal. Get champion belt, which is good. I have to buy the Yave and the Soul Heart. So I'm still not going to go into the curse room. I don't think that we win there. We'll head on down. So we got some damage. We got some tears. So we're basically back to like this is a good Eden start, but we're 3 floors accelerated from the beginning now. So, in other words, we're still playing catch-up, and those 2 range upgrades that we got were, they're kind of killer for our DPS. But, at least we're on the right path. At least we got some tears and damage. Need some movement speed, need some shot speed, need some HP, but more importantly, we have tears and damage to start with anyway. Under normal circumstances, if this was floor 1, we'd be looking at this and be like, hey, this is a pretty darn good start. but it's not. It's 4-3. We got quite the ways to go here. You'd be surprised how accurate you have to be with red candle and any of the candles, really. Bad spot there. We can't dodge out of here if both hosts decide to shoot at once. There we go. And I'm just trying to conserve HP for now. Already been in the secret room south of here, of course. Yeah, 2 hearts, which does absolutely nothing for us. But if we ever get red heart damage, boy howdy. Or if we ever get red hearts, I mean, we might be able to make a sack room play, which, as you've been seeing lately over the last couple days, sack rooms have been instrumental in blowing up these runs. Somehow knew that this was going to be a dead end. I still went here anyway. Okay. There's that very classic Sinvicta navigation. Gotta love it. How does he do it? Somehow these cloudies didn't get set on fire, and I think it's because we're in flooded caves. Since they can't catch on fire because there's water everywhere. Did that just put a heart in behind this rock, or was that one of Loki's shots that was just hitting it? It looked like it spawned a rock, or at least attempted to spawn a heart behind the rock. Inner Eye, our tears rate's already trash, and Inner Eye provides us with a good amount of base, foundation for something pretty nice. Now, inevitably, someone's going to say, you talk about not wanting to fire multi-directional directions. How come all of a sudden you just take a multi-directional item? Well, the thing is that it's multi-directional. It's not as wide as something like, say, Conjoined, but it's also something that's very easily controlled. I can fire, I can get close, I can shoot, like a shotgun formation. If I try to do the shotgun formation, meaning that like I get close to a target and then the goal of a shotgun formation is to hit everything at once in front of you. If I tried to do that with something like, say, Conjoined, it's not possible. It's possible for sure, but you have to get insanely close, dangerously close to your target if you wanted to hit every single shot with Conjoined. And it is not a safe way to play. At least not my way to play anyway. Multi-shots, they also have if you get a chance to get Cursed Eye, or if you have a chance to get Libra or something like that, they can be very easily countered with their tears down. 2020 is also another option, of course. Good HP. We do get a Devil Deal and Lusty Blood. I'm not going to take the quarter, but I will take Lusty Blood. You know, having the we did pick up the stopwatch, by the way, in the store, which was nice because not only does it slow things down, but also gives us a movement speed upgrade. 2 things that help us out with our mobility and active damage mitigation. See, we can take advantage of spawn times there and just sprint up to the nearest target and just light them up. Lusty Blood, by the way, is going to give us a stacking damage buff for the room. Every time we kill an enemy, it's going to increase our damage. It's one of the fantastic S tier items that you can get. Lusty Blood is always good to get. There is no downside. The only downside is that it costs HP in a Devil Deal, and it costs a lot. But that is a very small price to pay for something that is always going to be good. It's one of those evergreen items. The red candle extinguishing everything, so we don't have to worry about any death rattle. So there's the example of the shotgun effect right there. Me basically just standing very close. That got a little closer than I'd like, but it got, you know, pretty close, and all 3 shots with inner eye were hitting. They're really dealing triple damage there with 1 shot. Have a golden bomb here. No reason not to take advantage of this. There we go. Secret room and super secret room are there. First penny. Okay. Okay. I mean, teleport meta. I have 6 keys. I guess I'll take bomb bag. We are not getting rid of red candle though. Get birthright here. Birthright could be big, and we get. Oh my god, we have to go Godhead. We got to go Godhead just because of inner eye. That's the whole reason why I picked up inner eye. Was again talking about that foundation. That is a tough choice though between Black Candle, Montezuma, and Godhead though. Very, very difficult choice. A Godhead ultimately is going to be the best item that we can get out of that. Again, we got homing, we got the aura tears, and you combine that with Lusty Blood, and we are going to be absolutely roasting this run here, hopefully. Eden's Birthright, if you did not know, gives you 3 random items from any loot table in the game. The object here is to try to hit with your aura, not with your tears itself, although they're going to hit anyway because obviously they have homing. We get another Devil Deal upgrade, or Devil Deal I should say, and we're going to go ahead and pass on that. But we have a golden bomb. Might as well check the path to alt path real quick. Wait. Wait. So Godhead is just going to rip huge swaths through this entire run here. Ultimately, I decided not to go with Cursed Penny. Yes, we do have Swallow Penny, but in order for us to like get a guaranteed teleport out of every room or something like that, we would have to take damage, and we just simply don't have the HP to do so. It's not practical in this run. But I do like Cursed Penny, though. Anything to keep plucking away and chugging away with teleport meta. I'm gonna keep preaching till my face is blue. Gotta let the people know sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just gotta make a PSA. I'm not talking about those jokers that don't know how to grade Pokemon cards. It's true. PSA. Any time if you break with me, or if you've ever tried to grade a card, regardless if it's a Pokemon card or not, if you've ever graded a card with PSA, you know what I'm talking about. It is in every literal sense. They just take a dart and throw it at a dartboard with a bunch of numbers on it, 1 through 10, and that's the grade you get. Little dumpy. Come on down. Wow, okay. Okay, bomb bag, you are done. You are done. You are never getting taken for the rest of this year. You've already ruined this year. That's 2 now, and that's it. You're lucky I even gave you 1 extra chance, but you're done. You're done. Bomb bag, you will not be seen again this year unless I re-roll into you. It's that simple. It's that easy to get put on the blacklist for an entire year. You spawned 2 troll bombs. One of them hit me and cost me a soul heart. You're done. You're done. We can take deep pockets, but I really want to see what this is. It's going to be a reverse world card. See what's inside the crawl space. This is going to be 1 for 3 for Beelzebub. Deep pockets is definitely something I would like, but the golden key here, after we've already gone through everything that requires a key. Yeah, so we can get deep pockets at least, but we gotta book it here. We only have less than 2 minutes to find Mom and get to boss rush if we can. It's probably not gonna happen, but we might as well try. I believe. I believe. I really shouldn't. It is almost impossible for us to get to Mom and fight her in less than a minute and a half. Especially when we're on, you know, Depths 1. What is with the instant change up here in the directions cage? Growth hormones, and it's going to be speed and damage. We'll definitely take that. We don't have time for this. Less than a minute. Again, our damage is able to cook through this. We just got to go in the right direction and also find the Fool card. Having the stopwatch does not slow down time. It just slows down the enemy's actions. And we've happened to gone in 2 wrong directions. We did it, everyone. Hats off. Congrats, congrats. You find our Fool card here. Deep Pockets gives us the triple coin reward if there's no other rewards that drop. The Rainbow Champion in here. Dropped a whole bunch of crap. Weirdly, I still believe. Okay, so we've gone in every wrong direction possible. And I no longer believe. I'm a non-believer now. The non-believing man. It's over. Nope. Had we gone in the right direction, we would have made it. That's the real frustrating thing. I don't think the secret room's there, but it could be. Oh, it is. Like I said, it could be there. Got an itch on my leg. My leg is itching. We get a reverse judgment card, so we can use that to re-roll the devil deal if we get one. We need HP too, really bad. 15 cents. We have Steam Sale. We'll get the eraser and the Bible. Would have really, really liked to have gotten a Soul Heart. And Tech X. Tech X plus I don't think this is canceled out by Godhead. Our tears rate's gonna be awful though, yeah. So it does cancel out Godhead. We can buy the eraser to just use it once. It's just, I mean, it's 7 cents. Might as well try it. This is out of here. Yeah, you're seeing the charge up time for Tech X, Inner Eye, and Godhead. But the damage we do with Tech X should be pretty significant. Forgot red candle. I guess we're stuck with the eraser now. It does have the homing properties of Godhead at least. It's alright. Alright, so let's see if we can erase something of worth. Secret room should be south of there, maybe. But we'll definitely take wide-eyed Globins right out the door with that. Eternal Heart. I'm still going to save this Reverse Judgment card for either... I mean, we can save it for the library, but we don't really have a lot of money. Oh, we get another world card. Yeah, it's anemic. I don't really care about anemic. Get a range upgrade out of it, but... Yeah. So we could re-roll the library, but that's going to require a lot of re-rolls. I don't necessarily want static drop either. I do not want to have an orbital. If we use the Book of Revelations here, we're going to get a horseman. This is a room with wide-eyed Globins, and we erase them, so this is a nice little purchase of the eraser. It's half price. Definitely worth it. We've got our money's worth. Okay, so if we really, really wanted to, I'm not saying we have to, but if we really wanted to, we could go back and do the rest of this level to get the most soul hearts we can out of Book of Revelations. Get a damage upgrade. Damage is going to be huge for us. Get the Pact and Leviathan and Yellow. We definitely want the Pact because it's basically just, it costs us 2 HP. And it's a big tiers upgrade. I'm not going to reroll Jello. I think at this point, unless we get lucky and get a multi-platform devil deal on the next floor, we're good. If not, then we just have to save the Reverse Judgment card for the chest. I think I am going to go and at least clear the rest of this womb just to get, well, hopefully get a full charge, but I don't even know now. There we go. This will be a almost full charge here. More money for the reroll. I think I'm just gonna clear towards for 1 soul heart, and that'll be it. Because we have an Eternal Heart, and I'm being partially lazy, but I don't feel like doing the rest of this level, especially since we've already found the boss. We can get more soul hearts in the next floor. We don't have to worry about a horseman because it's just gonna be Mom's heart, and yeah. Definitely in our best interest to get rid of this red heart so we can go Buttless Chub. Oh, we moved her backwards. We can get rid of this this red heart so we can go down to Polar Invincibility. Random soul heart, I'll take it. Look at that. The uptime, absolutely wild on Tech X Godhead. We are absolutely destroying everything. We might could get into the secret room here. Yep. Then we got the curse room right meow. Could take Maggie's Faith. But I like having a little Claudia. Just the extra shot helps us out. Not that we really need it, of course, but it's still nice just to have an ever-increasing amount of damage here. With one extra shot, I mean, that's so much more uptime on your damage. And we can fire in the middle of the room and still hit everything, which is real nice. Except in a room like this. My God. Again, we could go and play the claw machine to see what we can get there. We could, but since our HP is pretty much stabilized now, I don't think it's needed. We're just going to win the game maybe a little bit harder. So we don't have like super crazy damage. It's just very frequent damage. Does that make sense? Mom's Heart using little hacks right there. We saw that. Man, oh man, I gotta say, February is starting off real hot. We haven't had a start of the month like this in quite a while, it feels like. I think our hottest month so far was, what, September? Which was the hottest month last year? I mean, some people are gonna say December, and December was such a bipolar month. Runs. It was good and bad, but we did have some of the most powerful runs ever, including the most powerful run ever, which that one's still being talked about. I feel like September, I don't know why September keeps coming up in the memory banks of like this was the strongest month that we've had. One of the Mosh Pit historians, you're gonna have to help me out here. Why am I thinking September was dubbed the strongest month that we had last year? Obviously, June was way, 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 way worse. By far the worst month that we had. June was just awful. Little phantom shot there. I saw that, Pestilence. It was incredible how bad June was. I just gonna get absolutely bodied here. We didn't even need to go in with the sack dagger. This run is just flying towards the finish line. All right, here we go. We only have 3 keys, but that should be enough. Appeal Duplex, Chocolate Milk, and Friend Ball. We should try to at least get the last key before we start re-rolling. I'd rather re-roll 4 pedestals than 3. Watch, you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to go all the way to Blue Baby and beat him, and then we'll finally get a key and the run will be over. You already know that's going to happen. Like, I'm calling it now. Like, it's going to happen. So don't act surprised when it does happen. We're essentially 3-shotting Cage here. Look at that. Just 1 shot and it clears the entire room. Okay, there we go. We got our Yave. We'll go back over here. And we get Cupid's Arrow. Mulligan's real good. For this build, Mulligan's fantastic. We get Soy Milk, which you know we're going to take. We're going to take a Tears upgrade too because our Tears rate sucks. Mom's Contact's not bad. We get Pisces, another Tears upgrade. Wow. Yep. So we don't even need Guppy anymore, really. Pisces is going to give us a whole different level of knockback. And the Mulligan Flies are just going to add even more damage. So, wow. That was quite the turnaround at the end. The game sound effects can't even keep up with the level of damage that we're at right now. Oh, thank you for the golden key, game. Yep, it's like one of those stencils, those Kaleido stencils. You know which one I'm talking about? The wheels and the pens. Yeah, come on. We got stuff. Never in a million years, I think this run of all runs would have gone to Delirium, but here we are. And boy, howdy. What a run this one turned out to be. Definitely nowhere near like a new tag or a strongest run ever tag, but still freaking crazy turnaround. From humble beginnings to Delirium Killer here. All the chubs trying to run away. Again, you see that knockback effect from Pisces too. Float. More like dead. Yeah, the gate's already dead. Pop a fly. He was Beelzebub. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be Delirium, I guess. Nice block there by a little Dumpy. Very difficult to see where Isaac is right now. Dumpy making all the big time plays. Dumpy, we need you. I know where Dumpy went. Wow, it's Pin who stops the hitless. Wow. It was Delirium Pin at the very end who stopped the hitless. But what a run. What a fantastic way to start off the new week here. And man, oh man, February. Just turning up the dial to 11 so far at the start of this month. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you again for all the support over the weekend. I appreciate it. Hope you had a fantastic start to your brand new week. I know I did, because, man, that's one hell of a way to start it. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. And, of course, welcome all new subscribers here in the Mosh Pit. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Darbitur, Mr. Meatfoot, Bataloid, and Vernon James Ely. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.